So we'll start with today's class. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, so all of you write down that problem. We will try to solve it. Yeah, good morning. So here we can see that write down this problem. In the previous class, I have asked you to just go through this problem. Any one of you could solve it?
இந்த ஆர்டர் எங்கிருತ್ತೋ
Okay, fine. We will try to solve this problem further. So you can just note down refer a unity negative feedback system. So here what we have studied, we have studied so much of equations on error and all those things in step function, ramp function, and parabolic function. So further we will be continuing with this problem. So you can just note down this problem, a negative feedback control system. R of s is given, and you can see that g of s is given for you, 50 divided by s into s plus 5. And what you have asked to find out is the percentage overshoot for a unit step input. Then you need to find out the settling time for a unit step input, and then you need to find out the steady state error for a polynomial r of t is equal to 2 plus 4 t plus 6t square. So we will try to solve this problem and find out all the things what is required there. So for that, what we have to do is we have to take 1 plus g of s h of s is equal to 0. So you need to go with 1 plus g of s h of s is equal to 0. So when you take 1 plus g of s h of s is equal to 0, you need to substitute g of s which is already there with you, that is 50 divided by s into s plus 5. So all of you write down this problem and try to come out with an equation where you have 1 plus g of s h of s. H of s is 1 here. You can see it is a negative feedback and h of s is 1. See, all of you should make sure that you attend the classes regularly. Attendance is mandatory. So when you solve this problem further, have you all completed writing the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll carry on with the problem. So here you can see that we have to go with 1 plus g of s h of s. We have substituted g of s and h of s. So what are the things you have to find out is percentage overshoot, settling time for a unit step response, and steady state error. So these are the things you have to find out. So we are going to use the equation and find out that. So when you simplify this, you will get it as s square plus 5s plus 50 is equal to 0. So all of you will get s square plus 5s plus 50 is equal to 0. You got this equation? So further on, we have to find out the percentage overshoot. For that, we have to compare this equation with the characteristic equation. So you need to compare this s square plus 5s plus 50 is equal to 0 with its characteristic equation. So when you compare it with the characteristic equation, what is the characteristic equation? S square plus 2 zeta omega n s plus omega n square is equal to 0. All of you know that. If you don't know, you write down there the characteristic equation s square plus 2 zeta omega n s plus omega n square is equal to 0. So by comparing the characteristic equation, you can write 2 zeta omega n is equal to 5. That is this value. You need to compare the characteristic equation, and then you will get 2 zeta omega n is equal to 5 and omega n square is equal to 50. So you are going to get the two values, omega n square is equal to 50 and omega 2 zeta omega n is equal to 5. From this you can calculate omega n. So you will get omega n is equal to root of 50 and substitute omega n in this equation, you will get zeta. So you can find out omega n as well as zeta. So try to find out omega n and zeta.
Omega n is 7.07, sir.
Yeah, what is zeta?
0.353.
Yeah, 7.07 radians per second is omega n, and zeta is 0.35. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So others can also complete it. So when you do the calculation, see here, you need to know the characteristic equation. I am repeating it again. You know, you have studied all these things before. So just revise these things. You have the characteristic equation as s square plus 2 zeta omega n s plus omega n square is equal to 0. So when you compare it, you get 2 zeta omega n is equal to 5 and omega n square is equal to 50. So further calculations, you will get 7.07 radians per second and zeta is equal to 0.35. So what is the equation? What is the first thing what you have to find out is percentage overshoot. And then you need to find out settling time. And then you need to find out the steady state error. So let us see the first one, percentage overshoot. So you know the equation for percentage overshoot is MP is equal to e to the power of minus pi zeta divided by root of epsilon, root of 1 minus epsilon square. 1 minus zeta square. So so you can use that equation and you can simplify it. So we have done a lot of problems similar to this. So just substitute zeta value and find out the answer for maximum overshoot, peak overshoot. So zeta you got it as 0.35. So you have to put e to the power of minus pi 0.35 divided by root of 1 minus 0.35 square. So do the calculations properly. See, those who have joined late, we are doing this problem that what we have been discussing in the previous class. So we have started with the this is the problem what we have been doing it now, where we have to find out the percentage overshoot, settling time and steady state error. So this figure you have. So I have asked you to write down this problem in the previous class itself. So most of you might have written it. So this is the simplification how it takes place. We have to write 1 plus g of s h of s is equal to 0 and substitute h of s and g of s you get this equation s square plus 5s plus 50 is equal to 0. By comparing it with characteristic equation, you have s square plus 2 zeta omega n s plus omega n square is equal to 0. So when you compare, you will get 2 zeta omega n is equal to 5 and omega n square is equal to 50. So all these things we have completed. What is the substitution when you do? You get omega is equal to 0.707 and zeta is 0.35. So what is the value of first one? M. What you are getting it? You might have done the substitutions. What is the answer for the first value? Yeah?
30.56%.
Yeah, fine, correct. So it is 0.309 or 30.9%. Okay. So next one is settling time. So which equation you are going to use for settling time? For settling time, which is the equation you are going to use? So you need to study all these equations. If you have not studied, just refer previous classes and just tell the equation for settling time.
4 by zeta omega n.
What is the equation? Okay, 4 by zeta omega n. So yeah, substitute omega and zeta and do that. So others also can respond. So what is that you got? What is the answer you got for that?
1.6 seconds.
Yeah, so you can, others, have you completed all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So you will get 1.616. So you'll get settling time as 1.616. All of you got it? 1.616.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the next one? Next one they have, now we have found the percentage overshoot and settling time. Now next one is steady state error for an input defined by the polynomial is given as r of t. This is given 2 plus 4t plus 6t square. So let us see that how to continue with that. So what polynomial is given for us is r of t is equal to 2 plus 4t plus 6t square. And now we have to simplify it further. So what I am going to do is I am going to introduce a unit function that is u of t. So it is 2 is same as writing it as 2u of t. So I have written 2u of t plus 4 tu of t plus 12 t square. So what we are going to do it here? So r of t, we have the function, so we have to take the Laplace for that, and when you do it, you'll get it as 2u of t. All of you have to just study the basic equations of Laplace, so those things will be helpful for you to solve all these kind of small problems. So r of t is 2u plus 4t plus 6t square, t greater than or equal to 0. So you'll get 2u of t plus 4tu of t plus 12 t square by 2 u of t. So this is of the form ESS is equal to, so ESS is, we have studied three functions with respect to step function, ramp function, and parabolic function. So ESS, that is the cumulative error, that you can say that the steady state error of an input with this polynomial, this is a combination of all these errors put together, that is combination of step function, ramp function, and parabolic function. So when you go with ESS, you have to use this three together. So what is the ESS equation for step function? So let me go back for you to just brief you out those things. Already you have studied these things. So what is the step function you have? So you have done for this. So when we did for step function, we got it as 1 by 1 plus Kp, and further on when we did for ramp function, we got it as 1 by Kv. So this is the ramp 1 by Kv, and so you study all these things. And for the parabolic function, we got it as 1 by Ka. So we are going to use these things here for further simplification. So ESS is combination of step plus ramp plus parabolic. So I have just written it as 1 by 1 plus Kp. So here the function is, here you have 2 here. So I have written 2 divided by 1 plus Kp. Next for ramp, it is 1 by Kv. So I have written it as 4 divided by 4 divided by Kv, and this you have 12, and that is the combination of parabolic, that is 1 by Ka. So you can see that the function is of the form ESS step plus ESS ramp plus ESS parabolic. So when you use the equation for ESS in terms of Kp, Kv, and Ka, you can write it in this form: 2 by 1, 2 divided by 1 plus Kp plus 4 divided by Kv plus 12 divided by Ka. Now it's our responsibility to find out each term, that is unknown here is Kp, Kv, and Ka. So we have to find out all these things. So we are going to see that how it can be done. So we have already studied those equations as well for Kp, Kv, and Ka. So Kp is limit of s tends to 0 g of s, and we have studied for K V as well. Kv is limit of s tends to 0 g of s, and also we have studied for the other term as well, that is Ka, which is called as acceleration static error constant, limit of s tends to 0 s square g of s. So we are going to use all these things further for simplification. So you can do one thing. First you can find out for Kp. So Kp is limit of s tends to 0 g of s. G of s is a known value for us, that is 50 divided by s into s plus 5. So you also know that when we calculate the Kp for s tends to 0, you can do that. You will get it as infinity because s tends to 0. So when you do the calculation, you will get it as infinity. Similarly, do for Kv. When you do for Kv, Kv is limit of s tends to 0 s into g of s. Substitute g of s there. So s into 50 divided by s plus s into s plus 5. So s tends to 0. So when s tends to 0, you will get it as 10. It is s tends to 0, it is not s equal to 0. So difference is there. S tends to 0 means it is very close to 0. So what is the next one? So next one is Ka. So what is the equation for Ka? Ka can be written as s square g of s. So we are writing for Ka as s square g of s. Substitute g of s, you will get it as limit of s tends to 0 s square into 50 divided by s into s plus 5. So when s tends to 0, you get it as 0. So you get the values of Kp, Kv and Ka as infinity, 10 and 0. So once you get it, you can simplify the above equation by substituting those values. So ESS will become 2 by 1 plus infinity plus 4 by 10 plus 12 by 0. So when you do this, you know that it has to go towards infinity, the summation of all these things. So ESS will be infinity. So all of you do the calculations for this. So it's a different types of questions which can appear in front of you. So this is how you need to approach for that to simplify each parameters and then substitute those things and find out. So in control system, you think beyond a level that will be good for you. You have to see some more problems and try to solve. We can solve maybe so many problems, but apart from that, still there is a chance for you to solve more number of problems. So try to solve more number of problems as much as you can. And you can share it with your friends as well. That is a good practice to go with. Even let me also see that what varieties of problems you are solving. You can just update me as well in the group. So all those things can be done. So all of you got ESS is equal to infinity. All of you got ESS is equal to infinity.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So shall we proceed further? All of you have completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's what we got, the ESS as infinity. And now we will just go ahead with another problem. So is that clear for all of you? So we have completed the problem by finding out the percentage overshoot, settling time and steady state error. Steady state error, we got it as infinity. So we'll move on further. All of you have completed, then we will just discuss with the next problem. So a unity negative feedback system has, this is very simple one, has Kp is equal to 5. What steady state error can be expected for the input 6u of t and 6tu of t? So we have been given only two functions. So that is 6u of t and 6tu of t. So steady state error ESS, we write it as when it is 6u of t. So when it is 6u of t, it will be 6 divided by 1 plus Kp. You need to find from this, see here, one very important thing what you have to find out here is u of t is there. So it is a unit function, unit step function. This is tu of t. When it is tu of t, you need to understand that it is a ramp function. Okay, all those things you have to analyze it when the question is given for you. So when it is a unit step function, you have to use steady state error ESS is equal to 6 by 1 plus 6 divided by 1 plus Kp. And Kp value is given for you 5. So you have to just substitute 5 there, you get it as 1. So the steady state error for a step input for finite system is type 0. So that's what I was saying you, Tu of t. Tu of t means you should understand that it is a ramp function. So when you are going for ESS, you have to go with 1 by kV. So it is 6 Tu of t. So you have to write 6 divided by kV. And when you substitute for that for a type 0 system, you know that ESS is equal to infinity. You can see that here. We have studied all these things before. So you need to correlate all these things one after the other. So see that type 0 system, it's clearly given. This is unit ramp function that is, see here, unit ramp function, that is one ramp function. We have got 1 by kV, and when it is a type 0 system, it is clearly written that ESS is kV will be equal to 0, and it's only given type 0. So when it's a type 0 system, kV will be equal to 0 and ESS will go towards infinity. So that all things you should understand, memorize it, use it at when the problems are being asked for you. So ESS will be 6 divided by kV. When it is given as type 0, you have to think that ESS will go towards infinity. So no need of thinking that kV is not given to you or all those things. So this kind of problems also can be asked for you to simplify. So the unity negative feedback system KP is given. So you are asked to find out the steady state error for the inputs, this and all. So let me go back to the previous problem. So here you may be thinking why ESS is taken the combination of all the three. Why in the next problem ESS is not taken combination of three? Here, see why, because the function R of t is having the combination of all the three functions, step function, ramp function, as well as parabolic function. So ESS what you calculate has to be the combination of all the three. But here they have given separate, that is can expected for the input 6 u of t and 6 t u of t. They are asking you to find out ESS for step function separate, ramp function separate. So you'll get ESS equal to 1 and ESS equal to infinity. Have you all completed that? You do that?
Yes, sir.
Problem. Yeah, complete it. 1 minute I'll give you. Complete it. So write down this problem. These problems are all, if it comes for very minimum 3 to 4 marks. See, understand each and every problem. It's very important for you. How the things have been carried out, what is important to know here. So how the values you will get. So these things are important. So all of you have completed. Let us move on to the next problem. So complete this. A unity negative feedback system has Kp is equal to 5. What steady state error can be expected for the inputs? So inputs are given separate. Okay, that's the reason you are finding out steady state error for ramp as well as for the step. So here, so if you have, all of you have completed this, we will proceed with the next problem. Have you all completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will continue further. So refer the system in figure. This is the next problem. Determine the steady state error for a unit step input in terms of K1 and K and K1 where ES is equal to RS minus C of S. That is one thing. Select K1 so that the steady state error is 0. So this is what they have asked you to do it. So you can just note down, we will simplify it further. So they are asking you to find out the steady state error for a unit step input in terms of K and K1, where ES is equal to RS minus CS. Also, they are asking you to find out select K1 so that the steady state error is 0. So these are the two parts of that problem, and they have given G of S and all those, where is K1 and K located, all those things they have shown in the figure. So we'll be going with the transfer function, usage of transfer function process, and then we'll be simplifying it further. So here what all things are given here, G of S is given to you. So here it is, this is the function K divided by S into S plus 10, S plus 12, and you are also given that it is a unity negative feedback system. So it's a negative feedback system, so you have to use G of S divided by 1 plus G of S H of S. So H of S is 1 here. It's understood from the figure, and you need to simplify it further. So we'll see that how best we can go to determine the steady state error of a unity step input. So you need to find out the steady state error. So steady state error means ESS, and select K1 so that the steady state error is 0. So you have to select K1 in such a way that your error goes to 0. Means whatever error I have told you that the system will have some error, and you can reduce the error. You will not be able to completely nullify the error. So by introducing this, what value of K1 if you give, so that the entire error can be minimized to 0. So this is what the problem defines for you, and here they have also told that ES is equal to RS minus C of S. Let us see that how to go ahead with this problem. So R of S is there, G of S is given for you, C of S is there here. It's a negative feedback system. So we will just try to find out the steady state error. So you have to find out the steady state error. So as I have told you, you have to take the negative feedback system. What is that? G of S divided by 1 plus G of S H of S. So H of S is 1. G of S is this term. Here also you have 1 G of S divided by 1 plus G of S into H of S. So you substitute it, and so then what you are going to do, simplifying the blocks, you are putting these blocks in cascade. So K1 will come multiplied by the entire block will come. So this is what you will get. So let me just simplify that. You can just simplify that. Don't need to simplify too much. Just simplify that. C of S by R of S is equal to. So what are the common terms? Take the denominator common, simplify it. So you'll get K1 divided by S into S plus 10 into S plus 12 plus K, multiplied by C of S by R of S. You will get it as that C of S you write multiplied by R of S. So here it is also clearly mentioned that it is a unit step input. You should read line by line, step one word to word when you are solving any problems in control system. So it is already mentioned that it is a unit step input. So when it is a step input, you know that what will be R of S here. So first you complete it, then we will proceed further. So all of you have got this equation. C of S is equal to K1 K1 by S into S plus 10 into S plus 12 plus K multiplied by R of S. See, have you all got that equation?
Yes, sir.
So we will continue further to simplify that. What we are asked to find out is we have to find out steady state error in terms of K1 itself. We are not bothered about the values of K1 and all those things. So we will just substitute for R of S as well. So here it is given as unit step input. So we will do that and find out. So for first thing is that we have to write the equation for steady state error. So steady state error is given as ESS is equal to limit of S tends to 0 S into E of S. So what is E of S here? So you can see here E of S is given as R of S minus C of S. So in the question itself it is there, E of S is equal to R of S minus C of S. So just substitute that E of S there, S into R of S minus C of S in place of E of S, which is there in the question. You can just substitute for E of S. So let us simplify that. C of S, see here one more we have here T of S, that is transfer function we have written as T of S is equal to C of S by R of S. So from that you can write no what is C of S. C of S can be written as T of S into R of S. So I am just multiplying, I am just going to take C of S from this equation. So it is the combination of these two. So what you are going to get? So substitute in place of C of S as T of S into R of S. So you'll get limit of S tends to 0 S into R of S minus T of S into R of S. Taking the terms R of S outside, so you'll get limit of S tends to 0 S into R of S multiplied by 1 minus T of S. It's all easy to do. R of S is it's known to you because it is a stepped response. So in the question it is given. So it is R of S will be 1 by S. Substitute R of S here. So you can substitute R of S as well as you can proceed with the equation. So you have to substitute all those things there. So limit of ESS will be, when you are doing the substitution, you will get it as limit of 1 minus R of S is 1 by S. S and S will get cancelled. So it will be left out with 1 minus T of S itself. So it will be 1 minus T of S is what? K1, K1 S into S plus 10 into S plus 12 plus K. Further, we will simplify it and see that the error you are getting in terms of K1, K1. So when you do that, you will get take the common denominator and simplify it. All those things you do. It is here onwards only simplification, and you are all good with simplification. So what you will get, you will get k into k minus k1, you will get k. I have taken it common together here. So this is what you will get here. So when you go for the limit of s tends to 0, this entire term will be simplified as k into 1 minus, see this is left out here, k into 1 minus k1 divided by k. So k will get cancelled. Finally, you will get it as 1 minus k1. So what you will get ESS? ESS you will get it as 1 minus k1. See, limit terms, limit s tends to 0 is there, so rest of the terms we are not bothered about. And so what you will get, k into 1 minus k1 divided by k you will get, and when you simplify it further, k will get cancelled and you will get 1 minus k1. So ESS what you get here is 1 minus k1. So when that is the first problem, first thing, that steady state error in terms of k1. So you got ESS in terms of k1. So that is 1 minus k1. Next is steady state error. You have to make it as 0. So what I have to do it? So you got ESS as 1 minus k1. So to make ESS to be 0, what I have to do? I have to make k1 as 1. So to bring ESS to be 0, k1 should be equal to 1. So that is just one statement. You can write it there. So if you make k1 as 1, then your steady state error will be 0. So in this, you can see here, if it is 1, then the entire block, the error will become 0. So you can complete it. So in the next class, we'll be studying further on introduction to PI, PD and PID controllers. That will be in the next class. Okay. So you can complete this problem. Is that clear for all of you? Is this problem clear for all? Yeah, fine. So simplify it and complete all the steps. Okay. So next onwards, we'll be studying the PI, PD and PID. So in this, it is a little bit of theory more than we have few 1 or 2 equations and entire theory there. So all of you complete that problem. We'll stop it here. So thank you all. So that's all for today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.